What is up, guys? Oh, 1 second, let me turn off the music. What is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys enjoyed your bank holiday. If you're in a country that celebrated, Labor Day yesterday, nice to have a Monday off, 3 days off. And yeah, good to see you guys. I've got a different lighting set. I'm trying some new things. I ordered like this new light, which is like blinding me. So if I'm squinting, it's actually yeah, I'm actually getting blinded by it. So I might be looking like I'm squinting, but it's because of this new lighting. But I'm trying to step things up a little bit. Always trying new things. Maybe I need to move the light over there so it's not blinding me. But yeah, I think it looks better. I think color wise, I don't look as orange as usual because my other light makes me look a bit orange. But yeah, let's see who is in the house on this Tuesday evening here in the UK, and maybe morning, maybe afternoon, maybe night, for depending on where you are. Tommy, Nigerian Inter fan number one, of course, one of the goats of the channel. Always asks great question. One of the most optimistic Inter fans I know for sure. This guy can make you believe in the impossible, and we still may yet achieve the impossible in the Champions League. Who knows? Who knows? I am definitely a believer when it comes to Champions League. I'm definitely not on the. I'm getting on the top 4 train like recently now, but I'm still not on it completely. But I've been with Champions League. I always say anything can happen in the Champions League cup competitions. Anything can happen, especially with Limone Inzaghi at the helm. Anything can happen in the cup competition. The ultimate cup merchant coach. Cheto 4, haven't seen your name around, but thank you for coming through. What's up, Zio? Best Interista YouTuber for thank you very much, sir. There's lots of other good content creators out there. Always try to catch your videos when life gives me a break. Your analysis are most better than anything than the dumb Italian pundits have to say. Nah, man, Italian pundits are good. If you're talking about like other English speaking, not YouTubers, but like, mainstream media, I'm not going to say names, ESPN, then I may agree. But no, appreciate your nice words. Thank you for coming through. Mighty Mo, hope you are doing well. Anthony Rico, oh man, whenever I see your name, Anthony, bro, I just think about my Limone Bowl shirts out there somewhere in South Africa. The Limone Bowl that you quite rightly won in that giveaway, and it never reached you. What a shame. And now is actually a time where you can rep that shirt with pride. Obviously we went through a few months where you wearing that shirt, Limone Bowl, enjoying Limone Bowl, and you're thinking like, I don't know if I actually want to wear the shirt. But right now, repping, you got to rep that shirt if only you had it. But hope you're doing well. And look, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you around in the chat, Anthony. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Lindelof to enter. Alex asks, I've never been convinced by Victor Lindelof, Manchester United centre-back, Swedish, good ball player. To me, he's like the epitome of a modern centre-back, where he is good on the ball, does, these things, looks good, is kind of, has decent athleticism, but he's not a good defender first. Like, I need my defenders to be good defenders. But, as a backup option, as, one of those guys, I would never say no to some of these guys, but they're always, these Man United Premier League guys are always so expensive, man, salary-wise as well. But we always bully Man United to get some loans over the years. So, yeah, let's see. I wouldn't mind. As I said, I definitely wouldn't want him as a starter. If you're saying as a Skriniar replacement, definitely no. Eduardito, one of the other goats of the channel. Sup, Sharma, I'm excited after the last couple of games. Yeah, I'm glad to see there is a little bit more excitement back in Interisti now, thanks to the last few games. Seems we found some rhythm. We are ready to win UCL and Coppa. Yes, sir. 1 second. Let me just turn this light down because I'm literally becoming blind. That's better. Now I'm less blind. Still blind, but less blind. I'm glad, Eduardo. I'm glad that people are finding in the comment section of my videos, and the live chat was getting a little bit, I could feel that people were starting to kind of not fall out of love, but yeah, it was starting to get, people like, oh, I'm not going to tune into this game. I was the same as well. I remember I was starting to be like, I don't even know if I want to tune into the next game. And I missed some games, not by choice, but it almost seemed like it was good to miss some games for my health. Definitely gives you some health benefits sometimes, missing some of those inter games. Kuro Black, what's up? We have to win. Yeah, this is what I said in my match reaction yesterday, or today actually. If you guys caught it, make sure you check it out afterwards after the Lazio game. It's like this Inter team is almost as if it needed. Let's give a quick reminder of the table at the moment, how things are stacking up in Serie A. We are back in top 4, but we are level on point with Roma and Milan. But after that run of games where, we lost, drew, lost, like it was a crazy, awful run of games. But it's almost like this Inter team needed that literal slap in the face to, like, wake your ass up. And now, yeah, it's basically like cup games. The Serie A for Inter has become cup games because there's knockout. You have to win. You can't drop points anymore, otherwise you're out of top 4. Marvel Lawson, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Always one of the great profile pictures. If you watch Hunter x Hunter, great anime, recommend it for sure. Aaron W, hope you're doing well, good sir. Forza Inter, shout out from Sweden. Hey, Nemanja Avramovic, Svenska, hope you're doing well. Helvete. Hey, the live thing. Hey, Anthony, come through if you're free, bro. Come through if you're free. You know how to do it. You know how to get into the live stream. So if you're free, Anthony, join. Of course, and at Cheto, who was saying earlier that I'm the best content creator, make sure you check out Inter Worldwide and Anthony, Mo, Mattia, all those boys over there. That Roma Milan draw was a godsend. Yeah, 100%. And that's actually one of the first topics I want to talk about, kind of the fixture list for everyone else as well, not just for Inter. And before we do that, Mattia, one of the goats, another one of the goats of the channel, comes through and reminds people to leave that button and subscribe. Leave that like button and subscribe. I'll come say, hey, yes, Anthony will be coming through in a moment. Great. But yeah, let me share my screen. One I wanted to show you guys, going back to what Tommy said, kind of look at the next. So this next game day is a must win just because of what everyone else has going on. We have Hellas. Milan has Cremonese. Oh, there he is. Big Anto on his walk.
Yo.
On his morning walk.
As long as my oh wait, let me mute you because your video is playing in the background while I'm talking to you now. Yeah, as long as I don't ruin your stream with the connectivity, let me know and I'll stick around for 5 or 6 minutes. How you doing, bro? You're looking so handsome.
Yeah, I'm trying some new lighting setup, bro. It's just the lighting.
Yeah, beautiful. Looking good. Look how classy you look, bro. He's got a more expensive jumper on than I do.
Wow, what's that? Like Burberry or something?
Yeah, it's called Spark Paws. It might as well be the Burberry of dog attire because it's not cheap.
What are you saying, my brother?
Living well, man. It's nice weather here. A bit frosty in the morning, but I tuned in just as you were reading some comments, and yeah, it's good to have some excitement back. I think everybody was ready to throw in the optimism or the excitement towel about a fortnight ago, and it looks like we've turned around a little bit. And like, I'm not ready to completely turn my negative thoughts around for the last month, but when I sit there and reflect properly, and I think Lukaku out for so long at the start of the season, Brozovic out for so long at the start of the season, the Skriniar contract debacle, a loose dressing room, I just feel as though that we could have been safer at this point, Zio. We could have been sitting here thinking, wow, what an amazing season this is. It's just all those drop points in Serie A are keeping us on a knife's edge. But would you do it any other way, man?
No way. And even if they do it, bro, it's going to be on the last match day, isn't it? If they secure top 4.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad yesterday and I go, these seasons where you have to qualify for top 4, the elation and the joy that arrives afterwards, I actually think it beats winning the title in 2020 because of like just the hype, man, the hype of having to get down to match day 38 again. I don't think I've mentally prepared for it, man, but we're going to match day 38 and most likely playing for a Champions League spot.
Yeah. No, 100%. We have to. That's the minimum that we can ask for these guys, regardless of what they do in the Champions League. They need to, secure that top 4. There was there's one thing I wanted to ask you, Anthony. I know we talk about kits quite a bit. What did you make of? I really like the kit without a sponsor. I think it looked really nice. What did you think of it?
Yeah. You've asked the right person here, bro. I am a
Yeah,
sucker for those clean drips. And yeah, I saw it, and the first thing I was thinking of is like, come on, Swinning, man. Common sense. Chuck that thing on the website, and I guarantee you get a little bit of money. You'll get your €5 per person in the hat, Stevie, that you asked for at the Christmas party, man, because I'd buy one for sure. So yeah, it's
yeah,
very, very clean. It's clean. It looks clean on our players. And I was looking at it on Rom yesterday, and I'm like, oh, brother looks cut up in this shirt. He
yeah.
looks cut
He looks
up,
leaner.
looking fit. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone was telling me they even asked on the Inter store whether it's an option now to buy it without the sponsor, and apparently still is not an option, which is crazy.
Yeah, there's too much. They probably got too much stock that they're looking to get rid of now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I think it's
actually,
probably like a Nike issue as well, probably, I guess.
yeah. I'll ask you something because I can't stay long. Tuco
Yeah.
Correa improving in his on-the-ball movement, improving in his overall play. And this is a fixture where, his ice-cold veins did us the favor last season. Remember his 2 goals on match day 2 or match day 3. With the rotation coming, I've seen some people saying, like, Inzaghi needs to start his strongest side every single game now. We don't have the luxury to rotate no matter what. Do you start Tuco again tomorrow against Verona or not?
Well, in that news, bro, my reply to you, I mean, you probably won't be able to see this. Look who's in the predicted starting lineup in midfield.
Oh, my days. Oh, my
Big
days.
Bobby G.
Ooh, SMS light. Let's do it. Oh, man,
bro,
it's gonna be.
I think with Inzaghi, he's just gonna keep rotating. You just know how he is. This guy, he's unpredictable, but also quite predictable in terms of that. He's just gonna, because he played Lukaku, he started Correa, so now next game is gonna be Dzeko Lautaro, and that's what the
Yeah,
predicted
100%.
lineups are.
Yeah, because we've got Roma on Sunday, don't we?
Yeah, this fixture list is so crazy, bro. Roma on Sunday, and then obviously we got that massive Milan derby.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge, man. It's gonna be huge. So yeah, there's still so much football to play, man. We feel like we're at the end of the season, but everything is just still up in the open. It can go from an elation to a disaster.
Yeah. Mattia had a question before I let you go. Anthony, do you feel what I told you, bro? Do you feel it?
We're away. Are we away to Verona?
Yeah, we're away.
Do the video, Mattia. I'll make the thumbnail. I'll hit you up today. Let's do it.
My Mighty Mo says, please no more told you, bro.
Look, I think if Verona, credit to them, man. I had them like around about the midway point of the season. They needed to really pick up form and just start winning games and getting points, and they've done that, bro. They've gotten themselves out of the hole that I thought Decky and Sampdoria would have been able to dig themselves out of, but I think I was wrong on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been surprised by Hellas. I thought they were dead and gone a while ago, but they've revived themselves. I think it's between them and Spezia now, pretty much.
Yeah, I didn't expect Spezia to drop so many points towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Grosso and Frosinone coming back up?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those where, like, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for someone like, from the 2016, like Grosso, to have made it up. But we've got our boy there, Mulattieri, on loan, who's their top scorer. But they need to, they need to invest. Hopefully, they get some, investments in, because there's no way they can stay in Serie A with that team.
Nah, no way. I agree.
Yeah, and give us your little quick prediction then for this game.
I will, and then I'll head off. Oh, look, it's Kirby. Yes, he knows the go. Look, man. Cautiously optimistic that we can keep grinding out results, but the data does not lie. When we are riding a high like this, usually we crash back down to earth. I don't think we will lose this game. I refuse to believe that we are going to lose this game, because that would really be a dagger to Inzaghi, man. Like, at this point of the season, there's a lot to gain even by just scrapping a draw versus a loss. And even though a draw would be a negative result, I'm just going to go with 1-1. What about you?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm feeling quite similar to you. I just Hellas just it's always a dirty game. Like, it's never a good performance. Even if they're like relegation battling, they always make life really difficult.
Yeah, and exactly right. Exactly right.
Mattia saying no, told you, bro. Lord Gagliardini will crush them.
Hey man, I love being proved wrong. I love being proved wrong. So we'll see what happens. Zio, it was really, really nice to see you, man. I'll let you go. I'm gonna tune into the rest of the stream while I walk home.
Thank you, bro.
Ciao.
Ciao, Vince.
Ciao.
Thank you to Big Anthony for joining us. Always a great pleasure to have him from all the way from the other side of the world. Let me go back to a couple of your comments from before. Yeah, we have had some good luck with Man United players in the past. So yeah, I can see your thinking there. Alex, prediction Fiorentina, 100%. Whatever happens, bro, Alex, that Coppa Italia final. Once it was, Cremonese or Fiorentina. Now we know it's Fiorentina. Like either of those, you have to predict the win. I know Fiorentina, beat us in the last game, and they are a tricky team. But Limone in this competition, this is the Limone Cup, so there's no way I can predict anything else other than a win against Fiorentina. Would hate to see Onana go, but because we broke our best. Always, yeah, Mighty Mo. I said Mattia Mo. Them almost. They always. Everyone is always up for sale in some way. Interinista's on fire in the final stretch. Yeah, Inter is on fire at the moment. Inter is on fire. Hey, Ami, hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming through. Bruno Di Pasquale says maybe it's not the shirt. Maybe he finally decided to get in shape because Beppe came out publicly saying that he's a Chelsea player. Yeah, maybe that was the little fire he needed up his ass to. He had to do something because otherwise, he went from zero chance of being redeemed to now maybe. I think I've said since the moment we signed him, I think there was always some form of gentleman's agreement between Inter and Chelsea that they would talk about Lukaku, even if he scored 35 goals this year. There wasn't. I don't think it was a guarantee that Inter were gonna renew the loan or have that. But I think there was always gonna be a conversation. So I think even if Lukaku now gets injured again until the end of the season, they still probably will have that conversation with Chelsea to just explore how much will it cost. Are they willing to give this guy up for free even? But yeah, on Lukaku's side, something needed to happen, and this guy finally, a little bit late. It's unfortunate that it's become so late, but finally he's woken up. He's showing signs of life, goals and assists, crucial penalties, and being injury free, most importantly. So yeah, let's see how that develops. But at least Lukaku on his side, which is all he can do, he's given that signal. Peach, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well, guys. Did you see that egg prediction video? Yeah, I don't know if you guys see. Let me see if I can find it and show it if anyone hasn't seen it, because that is a funny video of a guy who's doing prediction using these eggs, and he's like smashing them into each other, and the ones that are, what's it called? The ones that don't break win. Was it out of context football? I think out of context. Footy. No. Oh wait. Someone did send it to me. Who was it? Oh yeah, Liam sent it to me. There it is. Found it. Thank you, Liam. So here it is. I don't know if you guys get the audio. Or you probably get the audio. But actually, yeah, he predicted them correctly. Chelsea going out to Real Madrid, which obviously City Bayern out, Napoli Milan, look at that. And then eggs are actually cooking as well underneath. Into Benfica. Oh, Jean Mario's head smashed there. Then Madrid, City, Man City into the final, and then Inter. Cousins smashed into smithereens. And there it is. We are the Champions League winners. We did it. We did it, guys. We won the Egg Championship, the Egg Champions League. But yeah, imagine if that guy's predictions are come true. All of them have come true until now. But imagine if they come true until the end of the season. The egg has spoken. The egg has spoken. Here I go again. I don't think we lose another game this season to include Champions League final. Yeah, I just don't believe that, Tommy. As I keep saying, too many fixtures, too many difficult fixtures. Surely a loss will come. But if you're right, Tommy, I'm always ready to give you your credit. Navon, hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. What would make you consider another Lukaku loan if you win UCL? Well, the UCL winning doesn't really convince me to like. Lukaku is based. It has to be something objective. The UCL win doesn't do anything for me on a Lukaku basis. To me, the Lukaku basis would be, continued good performances until the end of the season, fitness. But the main thing is financial. It's always the Lukaku thing is just financial. Is like if Chelsea. The problem is like I want to sign someone long term, because if we re-sign Lukaku, it means that Marotta and co will just kind of make do with Lukaku one more year as being the main guy with Lautaro. What I would really want is someone that we can sign and build the team around with Lautaro if he stays. But yeah, if Chelsea are willing to loan him again for free, then I would consider it. But I've always said I'm not really a fan of having Lukaku. Even now, I mean, he's 29, but after the age of 30, I just don't think. He's still not his best Lars Foxtrot. But I just think it would just be diminishing returns as he gets older and his physicality and athleticism dwindles. I just don't see him being as useful without those athletic attributes as he grows older. How long has this stream been on for? About 20 minutes, bro. About 20 minutes. That is a big omelette. As a club with more money, nothing would make me more happy than being Oil FC. Yeah. I don't think we ever played Man City. That's why I'm actually I wouldn't mind playing Man City in the final. Even I've said I think I would prefer Man City in the final because first of all, just interest, because we've never played Man City, and then just, Pep in the final sometimes, the overthinking. They don't have this heritage like Real Madrid. And I think, on our day, we can beat them on our day. I was at the San Siro. Hey, nice, man. Nice versus Lazio. Insane. Yeah. I'm sure you were suffering for 78 minutes, but then the boys came through for you. I don't know. Maybe I'm overly optimistic, but I feel this round would go totally Inter's way. We win. Lazio and Roma would drop points. Yeah, let's go back to that. Thank you, Haider, for reminding me what I was talking about before Anthony came in. So these are the fixtures for this round of Serie A. So it is pretty much must win for us because everyone has kind of air quotes easy fixtures. So we have Hellas, Milan have Cremonese at home. Roma have Monza. That's a tricky one actually because you see in Monza, but in theory they should beat them. Atalanta have Spezia, Juve have Lecce, and Lazio have Sassuolo. So in theory, obviously this is in theory, you could all of these could end up dropping the ball, but in theory I expect pretty much all these teams to win, so we need to win as well. And then, funnily, it's like, everyone has like the easier fixtures this round, but then the next round, everyone seems to have the hard fixtures. Look at that. So we have Roma Sunday, and then Juve have Atalanta, Lazio have Milan, which obviously vice versa, and Atalanta have Juve. So, really, really interesting. So we need to keep the pace this round for sure. Because I can imagine us, because it's Roma away. I struggle to see us picking up 3 points Roma away with the derby in sight within 3 days afterwards. And then coming back, I think we have the hardest fixture coming back as well after the Champions League, because we have Sassuolo. Whereas everyone else has, Cremonese, Spezia. Oh, no, actually, Bologna is quite tough at the moment. So, we really, really need to make a count. And then after the next Milan derby, we've got Napoli away, which actually, in theory, shouldn't be as hard as it is, because by then Napoli will have won the Scudetto. There will be, they shouldn't be in any mood to like really dominate or put 100% in. I hope, and I think Spalletti will rotate, play some of the guys that haven't played much this season. So that could actually be. It looks like a bad round for us because everyone else has got easy teams like Sampdoria, Salernitana, Empoli. But I think I'm actually weirdly confident with that game. And then obviously we've got the Coppa Italia in between. We've got the most fixtures. And again, I always want to reiterate, people forget it's not just about the amount of fixtures, guys. The amount of emotional stress a Milan derby in a knockout semi-final of a Champions League will give these guys emotionally, physically, physiologically. Like, it will drain these guys. And then we have another cup final in between before we play Atalanta and Torino to finish the season. It's a very, very difficult end to the season for this, average age 30 plus team. I think we only have tough fixtures left. That's the Atalanta game. We should beat Roma. I don't know. I think there are all of these are tough fixtures. A lot of them, Yeah, I would count a lot of these as tough fixtures. I disagree, bro. Yeah, Scamacca is one I also would like to see. But again, Michael, with Scamacca, again, is very likely that if we do go in for Scamacca, it's going to be a loan with an option, maybe obligation. But if there's an obligation, it would be a very expensive one because West Ham are not going to sell him for cheap. So again, you're not really buying or getting someone that you can build on. He's younger than Lukaku, obviously. But I would rather, I want someone permanent, if you know what I mean. Like, someone that we know is at least going to be here for a few years. But again, yeah, Scamacca, I've talked about him a lot. He is an option that I wanted, already last year. But unfortunately, obviously, West Ham came in with Premier League money. No, I don't really like Haller. Even before his unfortunate cancer issue, Haller, I was never too big of a fan. As a backup of when we had Lukaku, as a backup to Lukaku, I used to like him. But as a potential starter for Inter, no. And I don't think he is the same player anyway after his unfortunate issues. Eggs match my prediction exactly. The Eggs no ball. Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they Campioni d'Europa. Campioni dell'Europa, Europa. Yeah, I guess I'll let you have that. I'll let you have that dad joke, that dad pun. But Roma struggling with injuries. Yeah, that's true. Dybala's at his fifth injury of the season. And yeah, they are struggling with injuries at the moment. I think Smalling is out. I think Kumbula went out at the weekend. Yeah, that's one thing again. Whenever people remind us of the Dybala Lukaku deal, but now Dybala actually has, like, the people at the beginning of the season were commenting on my streams, like, with the sarcasm, like, oh, remember when they told us Dybala is injury prone? Now Lukaku was injured at the time. But Dybala has proven to be injury prone. It's just that he hasn't been as injured as Lukaku. That's the thing. But this is actually his fourth injury already this season, Dybala. It's just that he hasn't had any serious injuries. But the fears that, were with Dybala about his injury issues are true. But at the same time, he's also proven to be reliable whenever he's fit. But I just want to remind people, because everyone's always real quick to give the negative side of the Lukaku Dybala deal. But then I also got to provide the balance that, yeah, Dybala, those issues that we talked about, his injuries they were true. Yeah, Napoli players would be hungover by then. That's my thought. Alex, what's up, bro? Haven't seen too many Spezia game, but has Verde been playing good? So hopefully he helps us take points from ACM. No, I think he's only got one goal this season, Daniele Verde. He's got a really nice left foot, but he's never I don't think he's even like a certain starter anymore, because they changed coach. He's got 3 goals this season, not too bad, but yeah, he's okay. But hopefully, yeah, maybe Maldini. He scored against them last time round. Maldini, the son, Daniel Maldini. Maybe he can do something. He scored against us, obviously. 56 out of 57 fixtures possible we can play, and I fully expect we win our all and make it to 57 out of 57. Look at that. Even Kirby is joining the positivity gang. Sham, after doing the math, what's our predicted place? I don't know. What is our predicted place? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do the projection, bro, Alex. I mean, I could do it on Excel, but yeah, maybe I'll do it. It's a good idea, actually. I'll make a note of it to see what's the projected points for Inter if we continue on the same trajectory. The derby in the semi is only draining if you don't win. If you ask me, we win the first leg, and I think it's a huge boost. No, but regardless, like obviously it'll be a huge boost, but then that boost in the league will also, you've seen how these guys perform after a massive Champions League night. Then they drop the ball in the league. Like, I agree, it will be like a massive boost in general, but I just don't see us not like this. I just don't see how we don't drop any game until the end of the season. I just don't see it. That's just my opinion. You think Matic should have got a red card versus Milan? I didn't see it, Pai Balotelli. I didn't watch the game. I only saw the highlights, so I don't really know. Pull up 538. You can see win losses right on the website. Oh, okay, interesting. Thank you, Tommy. I didn't know that. So 538. Let's have a Luke club soccer predictions. How do I do it then? Matches like that. You're gonna have to show me how to do it, bro. I don't know how to do it. Where do I enter? Where can I edit things? Forecast from today. Well, it looks like we're finishing according to 538, we're gonna finish 6th. So Europa League spots. But if we win the Champions League, then doesn't matter. But yeah, you're gonna have to show me how to do it, Tommy. I don't know how to do what you just explained there in your comments. You might be on last year. Oh, okay, fair enough. You sold me a dream. You lied to me. You lied. What's going on, Moby? Hope you're doing well. Will you go to Istanbul if Inter make it to the final? Well, I might have to look into it. Again, as I said, it's an expensive year this for me. Expensive summer as well up ahead planned with a few trips that are already booked. But it's one of those things that you might have to just take the L and do it. You might have to just do it. Or even if Istanbul, just to go to Milan. I mean, I'm sure even just going to Milan and going to a few places, bars, I'm sure they'll have a big screen in the center of Milano as well. It might be worth just doing something like that because unfortunately didn't get to experience the Scudetto in COVID season. Yeah, that's my same worry, Michael. I was always positive, especially about the UCL. Remember, I have Acerbi pocketing Haaland fully and Lulas leading us. Yeah, hopefully Acerbi got his stinker out of the way now because, this is the only stinker he's had at Inter this season. So hopefully he got that out of his system. Yeah, if he is facing Haaland, definitely no slips. No slips, please. What do you have to say about the Juve crisis, and is there any player you would pick from their team? Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, the Juve crisis is there's so much stuff going off the pitch with them. I give Allegri a lot of credit for that. I think I talked about it with on the Q&A, the members Q&A. Joseph Frakes was asking about that. He was tongue in cheek. Because I wanted Allegri when we got rid of Conte, or when Conte left, however you want to phrase it. So I think he's done a good job in managing all the storm around Juve, everything that's going off the pitch, and keeping that group of players together. But Champions League was an absolute disaster. And now the Serie A, they've been doing really good, but not as good as they should be. First of all, I've always maintained from even last season, I used to say the Juve have the best squad. Maybe they don't have the best squad, but they're definitely, similarly to Inter, they should be competing for the Scudetto. They shouldn't be that far behind. And yeah, I think Allegri just kind of, a little bit outdated at the moment. It looks like there's 2 years off. He didn't take his time to learn, bring new ideas to the table. It seems like he's kind of stuck in time, in the time warp at the moment still. But of course, we enjoy Juve crisis. What players I would pick? So yeah, Bremer. I will still take Bremer. I know, I made fun of him with a short the other day when obviously he dropped the ball against us in the Coppa Italia. But I just think Juve overpaid for him. That's the thing. Juve overpaid. I think what the price we were going to pay, which was around 30 million, the price we had agreed with Torino, that was fine. But when Juve came in and now they paid like 45, 50 million after they sold the Ligt, I think that was overpaying. And Allegri, going back to Allegri, I don't think Bremer fits this very passive style of defending, sitting deep. Like, that's not what he's made for Torino. Like, he's a front foot defender. You need to let him, you need to be in a high pressive, aggressive team, modern team. That's the type of team Bremer thrives in. I think at Inter he would thrive. But, it is what it is. Other players from Juve, Chiesa, save Chiesa. I think the only place he would fit in, unfortunately, would be wing back, which I don't want to put Chiesa as a wing back because, I used to scream at Beppe Iacchini at Fiorentina for doing that. But I would take Fede Chiesa. I still think I always thought he was the most talented Italian player, and I still think he is. Unfortunately, he's UCL. I would still take Vlahovic 100%. Like, if we don't sign Lukaku, if we don't re-sign Dzeko, and Vlahovic actually was, funnily, yeah. Like, when you think about it, there's a lot of parallels between Juve, because I wanted Vlahovic when we sold Lukaku. But again, Juve overpaid for Vlahovic. I wouldn't have paid 75, 80 million for Vlahovic. The price that was quoted at the time when Vlahovic hadn't hit those heights yet was around 40 to 50. So for me, you sell Lukaku for 115, you buy Vlahovic for 40, 50. I think you were, and he's left-footed. I thought he would have worked well with Lautaro, a right footer, a left footer. And I still think, there's definitely a player there for sure. I was very early on Vlahovic. Even before he really broke through the Fiorentina team, I was tweeting about him. So yeah, I took personal enjoyment from his like breakout, but then now he's like, seems like he's regressed. But a lot of players at Juve seem to have. Locatelli's another one. I would take Locatelli as well, but he looks like he's regressed. Kostic. I mean, people that follow me and know I've won Kostic for like 3 or 4 years. Since we had Conte, I was pushing for someone like Kostic. If you sell good, since I would take Kostic. So yeah, Pogba if he was fit. There's a lot of players. The Juve squad is good. It's a good squad. It's a good squad for sure. That you might only be able to do it at the very end of the season. Worked last year. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, you've already talked about that. I don't mind Europa League, just the money thing. Yeah. Again, yeah. Like, I wanted to win the Europa League when we were in it. Like with Conte, that still burns me. I always say that. Like, I actually still am mad at Conte for not winning that Europa League. He should have won that Europa League, to be honest. And if we do go down into the Europa League, I would next season want to go for it. Chala winning the UCL in Istanbul after everything happened in Turkey with the earthquakes or what? No, very good angle, Kirby, for sure. And if we get, one of the rumored sponsors, new sponsors for Inter is Turkish Airlines, that would be icing on the cake. Hey, Tommy, okay, to Istanbul, one super chat at a time. Yeah, thank you, Tommy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Always supporting the channel. Yeah, no, it means a lot. You guys support me for just talking to you guys on camera about Inter and my little rants. I think his studs were wrong because he took his boots off at one point at half time. Oh, Acerbi. Yeah, it must have. But even in the second half, he was slipping. Did you see what Bobo Vieri said about Inter? Yeah, but that's what I've been saying about Inter. Like, I always say, people disagree with me, and it's fine. But I always say, yes, Marotta, Ausilio deserve criticism for the way the team is built, the age. There's no dribbler in the team, blah, blah, blah. The Correa flop, all this kind of stuff. Zhang for not reinvesting and, all that stuff. Inzaghi, but at the end of the day, the squad is still one of the best in the league. We see it when we play these big games. We see it in the Champions League. So this is why this criticism for Inzaghi, and I also criticize Inzaghi, but just mainly for the league performance. I have nothing to say to Inzaghi for what he's done in the last 2 years with the Coppa and Supercoppa and Champions League. Nothing from me. Zip. Just complete respect, but I just don't think he's done good enough in the league for both years. Both years. Yeah, 100% Nikhil. I would get Vlahovic if Juve offload him, but obviously we still wouldn't be able to afford him anyway. Mazraoui, yeah, I saw someone else asked about Mazraoui. Let me go back up because I missed that. Oh yeah, it was you, Nikhil. Yeah, Mazraoui would fit in. I think I see him more as a defensive. The problem is wing backs. For wing backs, you have to be a bit more attacking. Mazraoui is quite solid. He's a solid wing back if he's a wing back. So yeah, you could be like that the Matteo Darmian vibe. You could even rotate him as one of the 3 centre backs, adaptable. Mazraoui, definitely, yeah. But it depends. And Gravenberch, yeah, that's another talent that's kind of stalled. I would definitely be interested if he's available. And Basisa has also become a new member. Thank you very much, sir. Always dropping. He drops some great memes. I can't lie on Twitter. I don't know where he gets them from. Him and Victor and some of those guys on Twitter are, amazing with some of those memes they drop. But appreciate that very much. Thank you, sir, for becoming a channel member. Has to do some legal loopholes to make the sub in Tunisia. Wow, yeah. I know that YouTube is weird with some countries, like the join button isn't there, or you have to press some weird stuff. So appreciate that, bro. Thank you. No, I would not take Smalling at Inter. I'm fed up of these 30+ guys. If you are renewing De Vrij, I don't want another 30+ defender. Like, please, I want someone between the ages of 18 and 26 maximum to replace Skriniar in this team. Like, we need to start building younger, more athletic now. And I think from all the rumors I heard, he's renewing his contract anyway with the Roma. So, yeah. And he only fits into the one position at the back, the middle of the 3. That's the position he plays for Roma. He doesn't play any of the other ones. Welcome, Sisa. No more players. Yeah, exactly. We don't need more of that. Is it true that my friend says playing Dumfries is playing with 10? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, Nirix. Last season it wasn't. This season it has been a lot of times, but he has improved on that. Hakan riding that free trip to Istanbul. Book it, bro. Yeah, I am ready to book it. Skepta and Burna Boy wearing black and blue to the Met Gala. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah. Did they wear? I didn't check actually. Did they wear those new Inter Air Maxes? I don't know if you guys seen those Inter Air Maxes, but they look wavy. Let me see if I type in on Twitter if they come up. I'm sure if I look up the price of those, they probably cost enough for a trip to Istanbul. These ones. Oh, I'm not even too big into the Air Max 97s, but these ones are, of course, in the color of our beloved Inter. If they wore those, if Skepta and Berner wore those with the outfit, then the Inter have to contact those 2 and get them to the San Siro. Guys, if you like this video, we want another game this season. Just letting you know, that's the truth. That's the truth. He's only spitting facts. That's the rules. That's how it works. Don't forget to like the video. Yeah, thank you, Mattia, for reminding. Yeah, if you. Oh, it's been funny recently. I mean, I've talked about it as well. Like with people, I always say, out of the Scudetto team, the player I miss the most is probably Hakimi. But at the same time, people when you evaluate players, you sometimes with Hakimi, you get the snapshot. Like at the World Cup, he had a good World Cup, Hakimi. So you get this snapshot that this guy is thriving at PSG. But actually, not even just this season. Like Hakimi hasn't really, that move to PSG hasn't been that great for him. Last season playing mainly in the 4 is a right back. It doesn't really suit him. And this season, even though they're playing more with the wing backs like he likes, it doesn't look like he's doing very well there. But yeah, I know the reheated soup is always a big worry for me. But the characteristics. But the thing with Hakimi is that he reheats soup sometimes in someone comes back when it's too late, when they're old already. With Hakimi, this guy's still what, 22, 23, 24. The thing with, I want to clarify though, with the Hakimi is he needs to sort out the off-field issues first, like the rape case that at the moment he's being investigated for. First, let's clear that up. Let him clear his name. Then we'll see. But yeah, he's definitely a reheated soup. I would take my chances on. But again, like where are we getting that money, Kirby? Where are we getting the 40-50? There's no way we're having that money. Yeah, Pau Torres, if you're talking about, potential centre backs, I do like Pau Torres, but Pau Torres would be pretty much strictly a post Bastoni option. He is basically like the Spanish Bastoni. He's, very modern, very good on the ball, left-footed, kind of plays. He can play these pinged balls, cross-field balls, very technical, very comfortable. As a defender, he's okay. Physically, he's okay. But he would be strictly on that left-hand side, maybe in the middle. But if you're talking about like, the Skriniar replacement, the right-hand side, it needs to be someone else. Yeah, Buchanan, good question. I mean, I've talked about him on the channel before. The thing is, I don't mind him. I don't mind things like that because, yeah, again, now we're going to, a bit younger, lower wages, cost probably, 12, 15 million. They're talking about euros, so not too much of a risk, even if it doesn't work out. But when you when you watch videos of him, and this is not just physically or the way he looks, it's just the style of play reminds me of Valentino Lazaro, whereas like it looks like a guy who's it's gonna take him time to adapt. He's played most of his career as a winger. He can play the wing back, but in the Serie A, he's gonna have to learn how to be, properly defend, follow runs, tracking tactically, get up to speed, learn the language. You have to commit. Life of a wing back, you can't half-heart it. Like ask Ivan Perisic, Conte asked him, do you want to be a wing back? He said no, sent him out to Bayern Munich, won a treble, came back. Conte asked him again, do you want to be a wing back? Took him a few months, was the understudy to Ashley Young for the first few months. And then now he's committed to that life as a wing back. But you have to commit to it. It's a lifestyle choice. It's a way of life. You can't just be a wing back and still think you're a winger. You have to be a defender first. You have to change your mentality, the way you play. I don't know if he's ready for that. Yeah, I'm mainly worried about him defensively. Even offensively, his numbers don't look too good. Like when you look at actually the numbers he's put up with the Bruges in Belgium, you'd expect better numbers in that league in terms of final output numbers, goals and assists, quite low. But he is a dribbler. He adds pace. He adds a bit of creativity. So I'm not against it, but it doesn't really, convince me. I would prefer someone like Singo, the Torino wing back. But yeah, as I said, 12, 15 million euros is not the end of the world. I would take that. That gamble, so to say. Start bench, sell Correa, Belotti, Origi. Oh. Oh my goodness, ass. All these guys they're the same cheek of a different ass. Oh my goodness. I mean, all of them at different stages of their career were good players, like especially Belotti. If it was, if you pick the prime of someone, I'll probably pick Belotti. Like that Torino prime he had, like, was it 4 or 5 years ago? But right now, and none of them have any value on the market. So even if you sell them, none of them have any value. But Belotti's got 0 goals in the Serie A, 0. So actually, it has to be sell Belotti just because of that. I mean, he's the hardest out of the 3. He's the hardest worker, Belotti, which you always have to give credit for. But he's a hunchback and he's got 0 goals. So sell Belotti, Origi sub because he used to be a super sub at Liverpool. That was his role. And then and now obviously I'm gonna get the Korea sexual claims. That's the name tag I can't get rid of. Has to be Poo Korea. And because it goes hand in hand with our game tomorrow, which is the thumbnail of this picture, Hellas Verona versus Inter. Let's get into that before we get sidetracked because I do need to leave soon. It doesn't look like Korea starting, but Korea didn't start that time either. Remember the 2 goals that he scored that in that game, the famous debut that sold us all dreams about Tuku Korea. Very heavily rotated team from Inzaghi. Gagliardini coming in, Hakan and Brozo in midfield. Di Marco stays, obviously. Gosens is still out. De Vrij has to come in. I'm glad that Acerbi's out because, yeah, Acerbi needs a rest. D'Ambrosio coming in, so it looks like Darmian may get a rest as well, which is good. And Dzeko Martinez up front. To me, it should be Lula. It should be Lukaku Dzeko, Lukaku Lautaro, but we know, as we said with Anthony, predictable rotations with Inzaghi. If Correa Lukaku started the last game, which means Dzeko Lautaro start this one. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna skip through some of your comments now because of I just realized what the time is. I was gonna only go live for about 40 minutes and it's been 50 already. Shut up, Marcella. God's sake. What's the source on that Inter schedule posted on Twitter? I can't find anything official for any for match days 37 and 38. I don't know, bro. It was just something I saw on Twitter. I don't think it has it might not be official then. Probably isn't. So maybe don't take that properly. I think there isn't a schedule yet for 37 and 38 yet. So no, I did live in Italy, so I grew up in Italy, Alex. I grew up in Italy from the ages of 1 until 13, so 12 years I lived in Italy. That's where my Italian comes from. It's not as good anymore, nowhere near as good, but yeah, obviously it's the first language I learned, so it's still here, but I never really get to practice it anymore. I don't really speak to my old Italian friends. Sources were saying Bellanova will be deputized at left wing back role for this game. I would like that. Again, I don't understand when Inzaghi, like Bellanova, last few outings has shown that he's able to step in, but it just seems like he's very reluctant to play him. I don't get it. Oh god, I'm not going to be able to get rid of Eduardo for the next few days now. He's probably going to clip that part of the video and put it on Twitter. I can already see it coming. But yeah, regardless of Inzaghi's decisions or rotation, this is a team that's good enough to beat Hellas Verona, team that have been awful this year. This guy is the guy to watch out for, Verdi. He steps up when his team is getting relegated. He did it for Salernitana last year, and he's doing it again for Hellas Verona this year. Like out of the blue, this guy is starting scoring and assisting the last few games. It's so weird. But apart from that, it's a very, very average team. Faraoni, obviously, we know ex-Inter player, Vactor. We always have to watch out for that. Lazovic as well. But apart from that, it's not a good team. Even though they're home, we should be beating them. But they will make life difficult for us because they are fighting for their life. They've got some result recently, which actually means they can escape relegation. So yeah, Faroni was cool. I don't think he's actually ever scored against us till now, which is rare for an ex-Inter player. But yeah, now that we've said that, he probably will now. And yeah, of course, we obviously have to mention Rami. Our fans this season has been unreal. It's been unreal. Like even in the period when we were doing badly, I thought there might be a drop off, but no drop off. 70,000 plus every single game, even in the bad periods. Crazy. Best fans in the world for sure. I'm gonna post it with your meme, inshallah. Wow. This guy. But yeah, guys, drop your predictions. Let's finish up here today. Thank you. We'll do a stream. I'll have an Inter fan, a Milan fan on the channel. We'll do a proper stream for that lyrics. But yeah, I predict us to beat Milan regardless of whatever team news and anything. I'm gonna go with Anthony said 1-1. Anthony from Inter Worldwide said 1-1 earlier when he came on briefly. So yeah, honestly, I'm feeling like something. I don't know. I'm not feeling the confidence, even though we've been doing well. I'm gonna go for 1-1 as well. I'm gonna copy Anthony and go for 1-1. And Emil's also going for 1-1. Haider says 2-0. Yeah. I mean, it would be funny if Correa did the same thing as he did last year, but very unlikely. If he plays anything like he did against Lazio, which was awful, and he got booed off the pitch. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if we do win, I feel like it will be like a late win, like one where they'll make us suffer, like with like against Lazio. Toro Lukaku 2-1. Hellas 1 into nil with 30 shots to Inter, 2 shots to Hellas. They're ready for another part. Say Inter. Yeah, that sounds Abdullah. That sounds accurate. That sounds accurate. Yeah, that's the same with me, Mustafa. Even though recently they've been doing well, I still have trust issues now. I just can't trust these guys. 3-0 or 1-0 loss. And Matthias covering all angles, so he can say, I told you so either way. Oh, God's sake. Why are you guys like this? I don't blame you, to be honest. I don't blame you. I've said it, I don't agree with booing any players, but sometimes with Correa, like now with the second year in, I don't blame anyone that boos Correa, to be honest. Now it's almost like I hope those boos kind of just convince him to just force a move, like tell his agent, like, bro, let's just get me out of here, man. Yeah, bro, I am damaged. I'm not even gonna deny it. I am damaged. I didn't say a draw. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So you only covered two angles. Yeah, you will, Abdullah. He is starting this match. Look, he's in the predicted lineup. Sky Sport usually are pretty spot on, so it looks like he will start. Aslan has been relegated again now. He's gone. He's lost in Narnia, or where is he in like Diagon Alley? We've lost Aslani forever once again, and until someone gets injured in midfield. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys. That old lady that went viral, the old Inter fan that said she likes everyone apart from Correa in this Inter team. Hilarious. He's a living, breathing meme. Inter got me waking up in the middle of the night asking Lautaro to finish. Oh, you know how it is. That is the life of an Interista. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate all the support. Thank you, Basisa, for becoming a channel member. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you, Tommy, for the donation, and thank you everyone else for commenting, subscribing, leaving a thumbs up. Leave a thumbs up before you leave. I've gone for a 1-1. I don't know. I'm not feeling it today, but hopefully they prove me wrong in the right way tomorrow. And yeah, post-match tomorrow. I'll see you then, guys. Ciao ragazzi. Passa Inter.